Hi there, thanks for checking out another one of our videos. This is going to be a testing video showing a Gallagher B300 that came into us for repair. Gallagher also makes a Gallagher B100 and a B200. These are a 12 volt unit that usually has a solar panel mounted on top, and there's a battery base box thing that mounts on the attaches to the bottom here to hold your deep cycle 12 volt battery. And the panel mounts on top here. They didn't send the panel, which is fine because if the battery's good, there's no reason to send a solar panel. But what they had trouble with, they had this bracket on here. It was still attached over here, but this knob on this side was all stripped. And basically what was going on, I've already replaced this thumb screw on here. There's a bolt head inside of this black knob here, and sometimes what happens, and I've cleaned it up, and it's I put some like dielectric grease on here, try to keep the rust and corrosion and stuff from building up on these threads. And what happens is on this particular one, the threads on this got stuck down inside this hole here on the threads there, so they were trying to loosen it up. You know, the other one had a bunch of score marks all over this where they're trying to take it off the pair of pliers, and what was going on, I tried it too just to see what was going on. This part here was spinning, but the bolt was stuck in here, stuck in the threads here and locked up, and you know the bolt itself wasn't spinning, but the black knob was. This one was okay. This one I didn't have to do anything with. It was still good. The only thing I did do, I took out, cleaned off the threads, cleaned up the hole a little bit, and then I put some dielectric grease on that one as well. So hopefully that lessen the chance of corrosion, rust building back up, and next time they have to take the solar panel off for whatever reason, you know, they can get it off there without much trouble. Alright, so we're going to get in this thing and kind of talk a little bit about it. There's, as we're doing this, if you'd like to check out our website, it's fencerfixer.com. There's a link down below in the description there you can click on and find out more about us. It's Fencer and Fixer. It's spelled with an F as in Frank. But anyways, we work on all brands of these electric fence boxes. We work on a lot of Gallagher stuff, but we work on the Parmax and the Zerebas and the Power Wizard and Speed Right, Stay Fix, and what other brands are out there. There's a lot of them. You know, even the ones that are 30, 40, 50 years old or older, we'll tinker on them things as well. We give free quotes, and we give you 18-month warranty on the repairs that we do on a unit. Lightning damage is part of our repair warranty. That even goes for units that are 30 years old or older. So if you got an old unit sitting in your garage or your barn, belonging to your dad or your granddad or whoever, you're like, well, what if that thing even works? And you plug it in, hook a battery to it, and it still won't work. You know, it might be worth trying to fix. So you might want to box it up and send it off here. Like I said, we don't charge you anything for looking at it. So if you send it off here and we go through it, either can't get it going for some dumb reason, or it's not worth fixing for some reason, or we're able to fix it. But if the other two options is we can't fix it, or it's not repairable, not worth fixing, we don't charge you for looking at it. If you want it back just for a nostalgic thing or belong to your dad or whoever, we'll send it back to you. No labor charge, just shipping charge only. But if you want us to just keep it here because no use to you and we can't fix it, or it's beyond repair, or it's not worth it, we don't charge anything. You know, you just out your $10 to $30, whatever it costs you to ship the thing to us. But anyways, let's get in this thing and we'll talk a little bit about it. So this is a Gallagher B300. The B100 and 200 look very identical to it, but if you flip it over and you're like, oh, I don't remember which one I got. You look at the back of it. There's a G, or the bottom side. There's a G and a number. A 39454. That is a B. What do you call it? B300. So that's what this one is. I think the G393 is a B200, and a G392 is a B100. So that's another way you can tell, because physically looking at them, of this generation of them, you can't tell a difference by just staring at them. Alright, so this has got a couple knobs on the front there. This one over here is at a 0, half, and 1. 1 is full power, half is half power, and 0 is off. Then on this knob, you've got a rabbit, a turtle, sun and the moon. Rabbit, just normal pulse like every second and a half, second or so. And then the turtle is the same output, if you depending on what you have over here. Same output, and then, but this is just a slower pulse like every 3 seconds or so. The moon and the sun, that's what I can't recall because I don't have a manual on this thing in front of me, but one of them is a night save, which could possibly be this, and that one could be the day save. Basically what it means, or it could be the other way around. Basically what it means is if it's on night save feature, it means it slows the pulse down at night to conserve battery, and that's good for animals that are active during the day, but not so much at night, which slows the pulse down at night. If you got animals that go to bed, aren't really running around, there's no predatory control you need to do, then you can put it on that. If you got a day save, which animals say you're trying to protect things at night because of a fox or coyote or wolves or bears or whatever, you can put it on that mode, which means it pulses slow during the day and faster at night. Or you just put it to the rabbit and it's fast day and night, or if you want it on the turtle, slow day or night, won't matter. But any setting you have it over here, the output's always going to be the same if you have it on this, or if you have it over here, no matter what you have it over on this one, the output's going to be half. Voltage, I think, is about the same, but the of course the shock coming out of it's going to be a lot less. So most people just put on rabbit, put on one, and just walk away from it. And, that way you got full power at the faster pulse all the time. So the other thing this thing does, it has 2 lights over here. This is kind of a cross deal on both of them. This is your battery, and this is your output light. This is flashing green. Typically, that means your battery's good. It's not. If it's flashing red, that means the output's good. If this goes a flashing or glowing red or flashing red, that typically means your battery's not is low, and that could be a bad solar panel. It could be a weak battery, old battery, or whatever. It needs to be charged up either by turning the unit off, like the solar panel, do it for a few days, or with them being a deep cycle 12-volt car battery of some sort, you can hook up to a battery charger in a couple of days, make sure that battery's good charged up, put it back in there, and try it again. Another thing, if you're like, well, I don't know if I have another battery and I want to wait a couple of days or a day or two to charge it up, you can, if you've got a tractor, your ATV, or a truck or a car sitting close by, take the unit over there, take the latches loose on the side here, take the unit over, and these have a couple of alligator clips on the battery leads. Just hook up these to your 12-volt car battery, or any 12-volt battery that's in a vehicle. Make sure the vehicle's not running, because that's why there's no spike of voltage or anything coming into the unit. But make sure the car's not running, the vehicle or any car's not running. Hook this across your battery, and then that way that battery is definitely good. It starts the vehicle up. Then turn it on and try it again. If it still acts funny, then okay, my battery's not my issue. I've got something going on inside here. Then you got to box it up and send it to us for repair. If it acts fine when you have it on another external 12-volt battery, then okay, either my solar panel's not charging my battery because of X, Y, and Z, or my problem's inside here. And if you need help troubleshooting one of these things, give us a call. All of our information to get a hold of us is on our website, which is fencerfixer.com. There'll be a description thing down there in the bottom, like I said. You can click on it, you can call us, text me, whatever, and I'll be happy to troubleshoot over the phone. Send me an email. I'll be glad to help you out that way as well. So, worked on a lot of stuff, so there's not much we haven't ran into that we can't really solve via phone call. But I would say about 80% of the time, the unit's going to have to come in to us for repair, because there's typically something wrong with the unit, but you never know. It could be something silly going on. It's not, the unit itself. So, I'm going to hook up my power supply. I've got 12.7 volts running into it. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave it on rabbit. And I'm going to turn it to the number 1. Next to this should flash green, and this should flash red, like one after the other. There it goes, one after the other. Like I said, we'll turn it over to turtle. It's got the same kind of output, just a lot slower pulse. So if you want to conserve battery for some reason, but if you have a solar panel on there during the day, it's going to maintain that battery at night. Of course, the panel shuts down, the battery kicks in to keep it going. But these things will run, I don't know, between 2 and 5, 6, 8 days. That's probably pushing it. If you have it on full power rabbit, combination, and you have a number of days without much sunlight, it'll probably only run, maybe 2 to 4 or 5 days at most before a battery runs down, depending on the size of the 12-volt battery you're using. If you know you're going to have a run of a bunch of cloudy days, you could either put the half power or to the turtle. Either way, it's going to, that's going to slow the pulse down. That's going to lower the output, so it's not going to draw as much on the battery. So if you can buy a few days before the sun kicks back in again to charge that panel, to charge the battery, then you could do that. Especially if you know you're going to run about 3-4 days without much sunlight, then that's another way to prolong the battery before it needs to be charged up again, especially if the sun's not out very well. So, all right. So I'm going to turn this over here, and I'm going to grab my fence tester. And we're going to see what kind of volt reading we're getting out of it. It's shooting about 10,000 volts out of it. Let's leave that on there for a second. Okay, I think the B300s, joule-wise, I think stored joules are like 2.5, 2.7, something like that, stored joules. And output joules, I would guess to be 1.5 to 2, I would say. All right, I'm going to move this over to slow pulse, so the turtle, so that way you can see that it still hits just as hard, voltage-wise, but just slower pulse. Yep, about 9,000 volts. I'm going to go back to turtle just to see. I'm going to go over to the half power. Oops. Still hitting there. I think what changes though is the shock itself coming out of it. Let me turn it off for a second. Actually, I don't need to turn it off. Just pull those off. Alright, I want to grab a... Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. Pull my ground knob off. I'm going to hook onto here. And I'm going to touch over here. And we'll see the spark that jumps from it. I'm going to do full power first. So it's pretty hard, pretty nice little shock from it. I'm going to go half power. It's a little bit less, not by much, it's a little bit less power, but still it's just about as hard. So, oh, here we'll show the full power on the turtle. You'll see that the shock from it is exactly the same, just slower pulse. I'm going to go to the moon setting. I'll turn. Alright, see, it's still slow. It's on the moon, so that must be night sick. I got all of my lights turned off except for the one that's in the overhead one in the shop. So I'm going to turn on these bench lights. Oops. Turn it to the sun. There it is. Okay, I've tricked it. Let me turn it off for just a second. I'm trying to figure out what the lights, what the sun and the moon means, because I need to remember that for next time. Right now I've got it on the sun. I got all my overhead bench lights off. I don't think it's going to make a difference because it was still flashing normal. So I'm going to turn it back on to 1. You can see it's putting out 10,000 volts. Now I'm on the sun. It's flashing normal like every second or two. I'm going to cover up the lights. and it slows the pulse down. So that means that must be a night save. That means if you got animals active during the day, so fast during the day and slower at night, put it on the sun. On the moon, okay, this there. A little slower. There, I was blocking some of the light. Okay, so it's light outside, so it's faster during the day. Now I'm gonna cover up the lights and watch the needle. Right now it's slowing down. Cover up these lights. So, okay, so I would, maybe the word save is the wrong word to use. If you got animals active at night, but not so much during the day, you could put it on the moon. If the other way around, if you got active animals during the day and not so much at night, put it to the sun. If you got animals active during the day and night, leave it on the rabbit. That way it pulses fast day and night. If you got horses or something, you're like, well, they don't touch the fence that often. I don't really have to worry about predator control or whatever. You can put on the turtle, and it's slow all the time, day and night. So, I mean, they're going to rub the butt up against the wire. Eventually, they're going to go, they're going to be rubbing there for about 2-3 seconds, and all of a sudden, boom, hits them in the rear end, and they're going to run off and start making all kinds of racket because they got shocked by it. And you can tell, I mean, you can see that this thing has a pretty good zap to it. So, pretty good unit. I don't get very many 300s in. It's pretty rare. I get probably don't sell a whole lot of them, for one. They're kind of expensive unit, and I mean, most people can get by with something smaller. So there is a market for this particular unit. It's just not a big market because it takes a pretty good amount of fence out in the middle of nowhere to really have something this size. You could go, if you got a smaller area, you could get by with something smaller of a Gallagher or whatever brand you go with. But Gallagher makes a really good product. If you've got one of these or another Gallagher unit, like I said, we'll be happy to look at it for you. Won't charge anything for looking at it. But, these are pretty good units. Really well built on the inside. Most of the Gallagher stuff is really well built. I mean, you can't really go wrong with their new stuff that's out there right now. Their old stuff from 20-30 years ago was really good as well. So there was about a decade worth of time between 2005 and 2012, maybe not quite a decade, where they had a little trouble here and there, but earlier on in the later ones that came out. But a lot of those units they started working real good towards the last 3 or 4 years they were out, and then they phased those out and came out with brand new ones a couple years ago, and now I haven't seen any of them come in. Those things are either they get fixed somewhere else or at the factory, or they just don't go bad. I don't see very many of the newer ones come in. I see a lot of old Gallagher ones that come through here that have been around for 15, 20, 30 years or older. And I occasionally see, like a unit's 5, 6 years old, something like that. Either it just went bad for some dumb reason, or it went bad because of lightning, or fell at the back of the truck and got mule kicked by a donkey. It's hard to say. But if you got a unit you want worked on, and you want someone that's going to do it right and give you an honest repair and free quotes and 18-month warranty, we'd be happy to look at it for you. We work on a lot of units, so we carry a lot of parts and stock. We rebuild a lot of boards for things. We can't always rebuild the boards. So if we can, that's the way we're going to do it, because it's a lot cheaper for you and me when it comes to repair costs, because some of these boards for some things are $100 or more for some of that stuff. So if we can fix the board for a lot less money, saves a bunch of money on both ends, because I don't have to buy the part for $100 and you don't have to spend $125 for the board. Then that's the way that we'll do it. We'll save a bunch of money by repairing the board for a fraction of that price. But anyways, if we can help you out with a repair or troubleshooting or something on an electric fence unit of any kind, tell your friends about us. Share this video with your brother, or your uncle, or your sister that has electric fence stuff that they use. tell them about us. We'd be happy to help them out with repairs as well. But until we do another video of how to work on one, how one works, or how to test one, or features of one, we will see you guys later.